The Philippines, a beautiful archipelagic country located in Southeast Asia, consisting of over 7,600 islands, home to many traditions like folklorama, delicious foods like adobo, and celebrities such as Bruno Mars, Manny Pacquiao, Olivia Rodrigo, and many more you may know. Today we will explore the culture and receive opinions from many Canadian Filipinos.
Yeah, we're all Filipino.
We're all
Filipino.
We are
It's a Filipino
we
documentary.
are.
It's okay for us to make it.
I don't think there's like levels of Filipino-ness. I think everyone's just...
No, I think there's levels to
You're
Filipino.
Filipino though.
Yeah.
Everyone's Filipino. Some people are just more Filipino than others.
This is true.
More traditional and like religious.
Yeah.
Like us three,
I guess.
I think I could speak for all three of us when I say we're all whitewashed. So unfortunately, we don't know much about the culture. That's why we're here to learn about it through this documentary that we made. Yeah.
First, we're going to explore the foods.
Okay.
Yeah, so like much like every other culture, it's just food, language, and traditions.
Yeah.
So according to Google, the origins of Filipino food lie with the Malayo-Polynesians, who were responsible for most of its common ingredients, like rice, around 3200 BC.
Wow.
They settled in the Philippines and brought farming and cooking methods that included steaming, boiling, and roasting over a fire.
Our first question for our interviewees: what does Filipino food mean to you?
Filipino food means family to me, honestly. Reminds me of like my grandparents, my mom, my dad, That's their tradition.
Something that I can share my culture with other people with.
It brings everyone together and everyone just like enjoys the flavors and how like it's just really different when you try it and you compare it to the other types of cultural foods. So
Now, what are you guys' favorites?
Adobo.
I like sinigang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tinola.
Yeah.
Tinola is really good.
Oh, honestly.
You know what I don't like? I don't like nilaga.
Nilaga?
Yeah, nilaga
Okay.
is like the Walmart version of sinigang.
I know, but like
Yeah.
okay, but like I honestly, in my opinion, I'd only eat like nilaga with just rice and the sabaw, and that's it.
We asked our friend Patrik Dela Cuesta to cook adobo for us.
Adobo was my dad's main dish. He mostly cook it when there's a family gathering or when someone is sick, even though you're not allowed to feed person something like that, but it is something that my dad fed me, so it has a significant meaning to me.
To make adobo, you need onions, garlic, soy sauce, vinegar, and pork belly cubes. What adobo means to me is that it's one of my dad's signature dish, and it's also a food that makes me feel at home as a Filipino. Adobo is also good when you put the adobo sauce on top of the rice and mix it. And depending on how long you steam your pork, you can have the fats melting on your tongue.
Dinugo one, I don't like that. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
That's really good.
I don't eat it, but it looks like the discount adobo too. You know what I'm saying?
So the Nuga one is made out of like blood.
But yeah.
Oh,
But
that's.
if you don't taste the
That's
blood,
nasty.
to me it's like a really rich, like,
What
nutty
if
glaze.
what if the blood had like an STD in it?
I don't think.
Aray. That's Tagalog.
Next, we will be speaking about the
Do
language.
you guys speak Tagalog?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I do speak Tagalog.
No.
no, currently I don't.
I do not speak Tagalog.
Of course, kaya ko man speak ng Tagalog. I can speak Tagalog very fluently.
According to Google, Tagalog began appearing in written language as far back as 1900 CE. What does CE mean?
Do you think, as a Filipino person in a French-American country, is it important to learn Tagalog?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I would recommend anybody that hasn't spoken Tagalog and are part of the Filipino culture to learn. If we're talking here in the city, if we're talking here in Winnipeg, we have the largest per capita of Filipinos in Canada, might even be in the world. So
I believe it's a way to stick with your community and really keep in touch with your roots as a Filipino.
Yes, I think as Filipinos, we should really strive to find our tradition and go back to our cultural roots.
What Filipino celebrities do you guys know? Bruno Mars.
Talking to
the moon.
Steve Lacy, there's Olivia Rodrigo.
Steve Lacy's Filipino?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Olivia Rodrigo.
What's the biggest celebrity though? That like really like showed the Filipino culture. To,
Probably
like,
Manny
the world.
Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao's really like he's the one that turns into a dragon.
Joe Boy,
I guess.
Filipino comedian.
That's true.
Yeah.
Vanessa.
Shifting over from language and celebrities, we will now talk about tradition.
Okay, tradition. We're doing traditions without knowing we're doing them. You know what I'm saying?
We Filipinos like love parties. Like
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
We celebrate.
Mine would probably be just like the parties, like the karaoke, the things we would do.
I'd say like festivals. They can be crowded, but it's just really fun walking around with friends, you know.
Oh, this one's a sad one though, but it's recent. I love funerals. Filipino funerals are just a celebration of someone's life. I just love it. Not people dying. That's not the part I love.
Karaoke is a big thing.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Our parents love singing karaoke.
Yeah.
Like they just love it.
I know a lot of families, they throw up money in the air when it's
New Year.
Yeah, and it hurts. Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah, it hurts.
That's why you
Yeah.
wait for the money to drop down.
Yeah.
You get like $2.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll take it,
We
honestly.
get like $50, like $20 from that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I even throw bills in the air.
Continuing on with tradition, more specifically folklorama, we got to visit the Pearl of the Orient Pavilion.
What is folklorama? Oh, where do I start with folklorama? Folklorama is the world's largest multicultural festival of its kind. Won many awards. Really is one of the staples of Winnipeg and the province of Manitoba, where it does showcase not just the Filipino culture, but the cultures of many places around the world.
Folklorama is like, it's an event that happens every summer, and it's like a way to experience different cultures and communities that you're not a part of, even and if you are a part of them.
Yeah, it's like performance arts where you learn about different cultures that are within our community. Yeah.
And finally, to end this documentary, we asked all of our interviewees, what does the Filipino culture mean to you?
What Filipino culture means to me is to always be proud.
When I think about my culture, I just think about my friends, my family, and my elders.
The communities, the types of people that you meet.
It's my home.
It's very important to me because it does make me who I am as a person.
Filipino culture has a really big meaning to me because I grew up in an area of the city where I didn't have a lot of Filipino identity. I knew I was different from my classmates and I knew I was different from all the other kids in school, but I didn't know why up until I understood what being Filipino is and what being the Filipino culture is. I didn't know that, while kids had sandwiches, I had I had rice and chicken, and I thought that was normal. Now that I know where I'm from and now that I know who I am as an identity, as in a culture, it's ingrained in me. I try to make it ingrained in me in everything that I do.
Filipino culture. We just discussed it. What do you guys think?
I really like the respecting aspect
of
Filipino culture. Just blessing, giving each other our surnames towards our superiors. The stuff we do is really contrasting from other cultures. Even though we are influenced by Spanish and other sorts of other cultures, I just think that because we created a lot of stuff too, just from the influence. It's not just because we were influenced. We actually created it from our culture alone.
Yeah. I feel like Filipino culture doesn't get a whole lot of recognition. Because pretty much every other culture gets recognized in all the big movies. You don't ever see Filipino.
But like you said, although our culture has been affected by all those other cultures like Spanish and others, we still made it our own. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I mean, we came this far for it to be an actual culture. So
exactly.